What's up, everybody? This is Talkative Carl, beginning a new chaotic lore video. And today's video will be talking about the chaotic queen herself, Sarah Laurence, aka ChaotiKween. Sarah Laurence, codenamed ChaotiKween, her age is between 15 to 18, and her first appearance was episode Welcome to Chaotic, episode 2. The character, Sarah, is one of the main characters of Chaotic. She's best friends with Tom, Cass, and Peyton. Sarah has apricot skin, mid-back length golden blonde hair, and teal eyes. In season 1, Sarah wears a black elbow-length midriff bearing shirt over a white long-sleeve shirt, red capri pants, and dark red sandals. However, in season 2 and 3, her wardrobe slightly changes. She now wears a black midriff shirt over a white wrist-length shirt, red capri jeans with a blue belt that has a silver circular buckle, and maroon loafers. Sarah now wears 3 golden bangles on her right wrist and a light yellow hair clip on the right side of her hair. Sarah's scanner is brown, representing the Danian tribe. Sarah's life outside of Chaotic is unknown. It's fair to say she's been to Chaotic about as long as Peyton, given the fact that they're already close friends by episode 1. One thing we do know for sure, she always had a fascination with insects. That's why she loves the Danian tribe. Wama, a Danian mandibular, is Sarah's inside man for new scans, like Cass and Hearing, Tom and Bodil, and Peyton and Cialdo. Sarah is a smart and feisty girl who always speaks her mind. Fearless and shrewd, she's not afraid to take on any player or any creature that gets her angry. Sometimes her friends have to drag Sarah out of scrapes too much for her. Despite this, Sarah is a very protective of the boys and would do almost anything for them. There's been times she's behaved selflessly and hypocritical. Almost every episode she acts like she's right all the time, but there's been cases where she's dead wrong. In the episode of Bugging Out, Sarah selflessly refused to trade places as a Danian prisoner for Cass. In the episode Trading Cards, she manipulated the boys in a massive trade with players in order to get a Song of Mandibular after a thief stole the one she was about to scan. But since Wama got it back, Sarah never thanked the boys for their efforts, resulting in them wishing she'd lose her next match. Despite her mean side, Sarah cares very much for her friends. Sarah is known to have a sharp wit in and out of chaotic matches. She's ruthless and will stop at nothing to win. Sarah's deck mostly contains a Danian deck, insect-like creatures in the underworld. She contains such cards as Alexia, the Danian Queen, Wama, Macaboon, and Como Assimilated. Other tribes she uses: Imparu, Ajara, and Kiru, to name a few. The music she uses sometimes: Song of Mandibular, Empowering Encore, Melody of Parasitic Mayhem, and rocky refrain. The battle gear she typically uses: mandibular crown, plasma pounder, sting blade, and the Vanaros. And the locations she typically ventures: Mount Pillar, O Point's Lookout, Storm Grounds, and Lake Morn Globe Storm. Sarah's close friends with Tom, Kaz, Peyton, Reggie, Mesmar, and Wama. Her two typical enemies are Clay and Christella. During season 1, Sarah meets Tom in Param and saves him from the underworlder Nothalax. This is where Tom realizes if you die in Param, your codes are lost forever and you can't return to Chaotic. Tom's next official match was against Peyton, who Sarah believes would probably crush Tom, given how Peyton is so unpredictable. But after the match, she, Peyton, Tom, and Cass became friends. While on a scan quest in Mount Pillar, Sarah got herself captured by the Danians. Tom, Kaz, and Peyton attempted a rescue but got captured themselves, much to Sarah's disappointment. The high-ranked Danian, Odubothax, decided to let only 3 kids go, but one must stay behind as a warning to other players not to come to Mount Pillar. Sarah came up with a plan where the guys faked defeat and left her behind. Wama faked a Queen distress call in order for Sarah to escape. Later, Sarah and Peyton assisted in the rescue of Tom, Kaz, Reggie, Maxor, and Frafto while they were pinned down by a Mepedian ambush. This allowed the bond between Maxor and Tom to grow closer and get Reggie's scanner back. When Tom got his Codemaster match, Sarah, along with Kaz and Peyton, assisted with his strategy. After Christella and Clay lost the tag team match between Kaz and Tom, then refused to deliver on their end of the deal to give back the phobia mask they stole, the two were captured by the underworlder Opto to work in his dangerous mines. Because the two were hypnotized, Sarah and the others saved their lives before the cave collapsed. As to make them even, Christella and Clay gave the phobia mask scans to Tom and Kaz. After watching Kaz battle the chaotic player named Stinger using a rare Danian called Volash, these creatures are elite guards for the Danian Queen. Sarah races to Mount Pillar to get a scan of one, since these creatures have a direct line and knowledge to the Queen herself. Sarah encounters the Mepedian Como attempting to use the Flux Bubble on the Queen to teleport her to Mepedian territory. Como restrained Sarah to prevent further interference, but she eventually gets loose. Como's mission failed when the Volash guards captured him. Como was then infected and assimilated by the Danians. However, Sarah managed to meet the Queen and get a scan of Volash, even though she really wanted a scan of the Queen, but Volash guards got in the way. Queen Alexia never met a human before and liked Sarah's spirit, and Sarah explained her love for Danians before porting out. By the end of the season 1, Sarah witnesses the falling out between Kaz and Tom after Kaz accuses Tom of cheating. Then head to sadly watch as Tom exiles himself to Param, but she, along with Peyton, was pleased that this was a ruse to flush out bad chaotic players from destroying rare locations. In season 2, While on a scan quest in the Carvac Mound near Skeleton Springs, Sarah and Peyton was caught in its time-altering effects. While Peyton aged up into an old man, Sarah was de-aged into a child, somewhere between ages 5 to 7. During the experience, child Sarah was oblivious to the danger she was in thanks to her innocent childlike mind. Thanks to Peyton, Tom, and Kaz, they managed to return to normal and escape. At Ice Pillar, Sarah and Kaz managed to scan a new creature discovered by the Underworlders. The creature's name is Falfor from the lost tribe called the Marillions. Before they were discovered, Sarah and Kaz teleported back to Chaotic to tell Peyton and Tom. While Kaz and Peyton go get more scans of Falfor at Chaos Castle, Tom and Sarah test out her Falfor scan in the Betadrome. During the match, Sarah tapped into Falfor's mind and unconsciously used his mind-controlling powers on Tom. This made Sarah feel uneasy and question Falfor's true intentions. Kaz and Peyton later explained to their friends what they overheard Falfor tell Chaos about the Marillions, that they locked themselves away behind the doors of the deep mines with the sought-after Kothika. But it was all a lie to release the Marillions and take over. While on a scan quest with Peyton at a Mepedian outpost, a ghostly Mepedian, later to be one of the warriors of Uweki, kidnapped Sarah. Peyton and his friends, along with his Mepedian friends Subject and Mepedian soldiers, helped look for Sarah and the ghost Mepedian. After going through a dangerous canyon and being attacked by a Marillion, the group finds Sarah. She informed them she was taken by the Uweki to see the other stone Uweki and awaken them. The battle with the Marillions is reaching its apex, and the transport system to Peril has been shut down by the Codemasters for the safety of the players. Sarah, Tom, and Peyton remain in Peril to offer any assistance to the Alliance. They help Nadrin uncover that Tartarak was a mind-control sleeper agent for the Marillions and stopped him. Later, the Marillion leader Oun releases a mind wave across the overworld, enslaving almost all the tribal alliance, including Sarah, Tom, and Peyton. Thanks to Kaz using a Psych Sphere grenade, he frees them. Once Aun was defeated by Maxor, KR, and Imparu, anyone who was mind controlled was free. Sarah and her friends watched as the Tribal Alliance beat back the remaining Marillions and win the war. During Season 3, Sarah watched as Tom battles and wins his match against Codemaster Hotak. His prize scan turns out to be Dranicus Threshold, a seemingly common location, but turns out to be a portal to past Perum. Once they arrive, the team are shocked to learn that the founder of Kiru City, Kiru, is the ancestor of Kaor and an overworlder. Sometime later, Sarah and Peyton explores other parts of ancient Perum. There they meet ancient Mepedians like Ajara. This was a time before Mepedian Forest became Mepedian Oasis. Ajara was searching the sources of the drought appearing in Mepedian territory. Sarah, Peyton, and Ajara, not too long after meeting, fell in a sinkhole and discovered the reason for the drought. Ancient Danians was building their first hive underground and used the local water source in Mepedian territory to filter it directly to their hive. This began the war between Mepedians and Danians. After the secret of Dranicus Threshold got out, more players started swarming the past including Clay and Christella. Once they told and enslaved Lord Von Blut, the team, along with Nadrin and other tribes, stopped Blut and his forces from entering the past to change it. Sarah was there to witness the destruction of Dranicus Threshold. Sarah was also there with her friends, other players, and the tribes of Perim for the funeral in honor of Tengeth Toborn and his sacrifice he made to save Perim from being flooded by the Marillions. And that is the history of Sarah, Chaotic Queen. If you have any suggestions for any history of episodes for Chaotic Perim, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to Talkative Carl on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Follow me on my Patreon, patreon.com/talkativecarl. And I will see you next time for more chaotic lore videos. Take care.